it has to improve. I mean, $7.27. No one can really live on that, pay rent on that. I think it should go up to $15 an hour, but probably not all at once. I think it has to be a little gradual. And, of course, the argument is always used, well, if we increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour, everybody's going to lose their jobs. That's just not correct. I don't believe that's accurate at all. We have to be realistic here. We got to use common sense. Now, you always talk about common sense, John. Well, common sense would be we've got to up it. I mean, to be fair to people, we've got to make sure that people can live and survive. And you can't live. You can't pay rent. You can't pay a mortgage on $7, a little $7+ an hour. So, yes, it needs to go up. I would support this wholeheartedly, but I would think that it has to be gradual steps. And there are some places that are already doing that. They're paying $10 an hour and $12 an hour. I think we can do that, and we can get to $15 an hour, and not overnight, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen for the people. And, you know, I'm a people person, so I definitely support increasing the minimum wage.
Well, there hasn't been an increase in the minimum wage for nearly a decade. The last increase was, this is 2016. The last
2006.
increase was 2007. So it's been almost a decade.
Yes.
So, to me, I think it has to go up. I'd say the other thing, I believe in facts because facts will predict the future, especially what's happened. Every time there's been an increase in the minimum wage, the extreme right wing and the think tanks have said, there's going to cost all these jobs. And it just has never happened. There's no documented evidence that any increase in the minimum wage has ever seen a corresponding decrease in jobs.
Agreed.
Simply what it means is instead of paying you $7.25 an hour, the company will pay you $10 an hour. And I challenge this to every listener right now that owns a company. If you have a valued employee and they're being paid $7.25 an hour, are you going to eliminate that job because it goes up to 10? Probably the answer is no. If it's a marginal employee, well, that employee's in trouble anyway. But if it's a valued employee, you're simply going to pay 10, or you're going to pay $10.50, or whatever the number is. $7.25 is a ridiculous sum. It isn't. It simply is not a livable wage.
It is not. I agree.